Climbing upwards, already securing all those 4-pointers up against other squads out there. They are still on the hunt. Over on the course of Yasna Pollyanna. This has been their home ground, and they're unhappy with the arrival of the PC side. Quickly as it goes top with the jump shot. Ridiculous work on the UMP. Just like that, secures one.
What a monstrous start, though, for the side of Team Clash. And maybe you're right here. You're onto something here, Contra. But JD Gaming, okay, despite the fact that they've had quite a good start during the Miramar match, it's an early elimination for them. For them in this game. Stage 2, and we already have like a number of teams already taken out of the game here. We got D Savior, RQ. We also got Sem9, JD. A1 and Rogue Warrior, so it's a wild fight that we are seeing right now here in Erangel. As for BTR, they're already in the circle, in the middle to be exact, pretty close with Voidunky and its Red Force, ASI, and Thunder Talk. So Thunder Talk, they are at the edge of the circle here, so they have the chance to do a gatekeeping situation up against Team Clash. But checking out what Red Force or NS Red Force is doing at the moment, of course, they are doing a great job so far, trying to keep BTR at bay. Need a perhaps for BTR to get into that compound, because that's one of the prime spots, I guess.
Definitely, and BTR, they held the high ground. They understand that they are susceptible to whatever gang is out there. And just like that, the rest of these players are able to at least hold them down for a little bit longer. So, not too much of a hustle as we are looking at TZ to be able to recuperate with the rest of Nongshim Red Force. Still going to be able to at least hold on for the meantime. You can definitely see why BTR wants that location, because that is one of the very few compounds just right below shooting range, where Voidunky is also around that vicinity. Vampire Esports are rotating across the riverside, and they're about to join in the party. It's going to be a big rupture out there. Plenty more teams over on the blue zone trying to make their cut right there. And as a matter of fact, that's a total of 4. We expected Formecco Vibes to move it slow, but they've already lost 2 members in the process.
The Blue Ripper took another soul from Tiamba. Okay. Not exactly sure what is happening with Tiamba at the moment, but Yuans was the one who actually got sent back to the lobby, not by any player, but actually the blue zone. Formecco Vibes still over to the west bridge here, coming off of military Sosnovka base. Alright, that is right. Okay, military base. Circle shifted again, and there goes another one. Man, okay. Mighty from Tiamba just kind of gave up.
Oh, interesting enough. I wasn't really expecting that, but understandably, some areas are really hard to actually traverse upon, so better luck next time, I guess. But for Huzaifa, he's now pushing towards the side of BTR. Very big run in, but somehow Snape, he crashes over onto them both and just shuts them off completely with the shotgun shells pummeled to their face.
That was a bold move right there, man. Okay, so back to BTR here. They're coming after Baby. Can he pull off a win here? Oh man, tried to dance off against Federales, and Baby just got served.
Yeah, I just feel for the rest of these members of ASI8. I mean, that push was supposed to at least take out Snape, but it didn't really happen. And I don't know how Snape does it, but he just single-handedly delivered everything back to the side of BTR while the nades fly right in. Nongshim Red Force infiltrates the compound where Voidunky has been able to overwhelm members of RRQ prior to this.
Man.
And swarming right through, here comes Vaxi. This is where we find Voidunky to play so much more aggressive than the day before. It's going to be Doxy right on the low ground to try to see if they can change anything at all. But that is a perfect nade. Now, only TZ left. He's just leaping right off the building. And I guess he just fell flat.
It was a great trap set up by Voidunky, obviously. That was an easy, convincing win from the Indonesians right there. I mean, NS Red Force just took the bait. It was easy for them to kind of just throw a lot of nades, try flush them out. They were obviously disoriented and they were caught off guard in that situation. And again, you have to take every opportunity. If you do have the advantage, you gotta seize the day, and that's exactly what Voindunky did during that match. For Miracle Vibes, however, exited the game with only 1 point, so we haven't seen like a great performance just yet coming from for Miracle Vibes. Bigetron, however, okay, they do have 4 elimination points under their belts. And it was a fast one, to be honest. I mean, we're looking at our final 5 teams here. Voindunky being at the top spot here. But I feel like the
They're
gap.
going to be walking right into that location. That this is not going to be the easiest place to defend, but at least there's decent enough cover for Donkey to work with.
And this is the part when it gets very exciting for us. It's the critical moments, for the 5 teams remaining here inside the game. You can see the Camel is just going off, berserk up against Voindunky here, but we just have to consider the distance, right? It's a bit too far, to shut anyone down. Bigetron, we got Voxy. Whew, man, okay. Massive spray, but not exactly sure if he was able to take a point there. But Win is currently knocked down on the ground, and Federal is looking to see what the deal, and he was able to do that with his car. Just look at that. Very badass. Final elimination points out for the side of BTR, currently dominating the space here. Razak very low in HP though, but just look at the number of elimination points set up by Voindunky. It's a total of 11.
Yeah, they've been winning fights after fights, and BTR just crashes them right through. Razak has got no chance whatsoever. That is how you let players off. BTR dominating the entirety of the South. Well, Potato tries to actually fend them off. This is a position that I was telling you about where Crashlight, it looks like it has cover, but there's only a few walls or whatever the plate offers you to keep yourself pretty much under cover. Other than that, it's not exactly the best spot possible, which is why Voindunky was so susceptible to attacks coming in from Void VPE, and now loses 2 against the likes of BTR as well. Team Flash somehow got withered down, while they're about to bow out because there's nades after nades. I don't know how he's gonna get it out alive, but he is just hiding out here inside the hovercraft, and just the guy goes in for the exchange. He's actually raising that nades his own teammate, and see Daisy. That actually is a little bit of fumble coming from BTR as Snake kind of taken out his own by overfragging.
Yeah, they're probably just laughing it off. It was a mishap, yes, with friendly fire from the side of BTR, but that puts them at 2nd place here. In terms of like who will get the winner with chicken dinner. Now Tony K going crazy, yes, with that spray. But he just missed his opportunity to put down a player from the side of Voindunky. But of course, the fight is not over just yet, right? Btr Esports right now has the best chance of getting that Wwcd. But 11 elimination points for Voindunky, man. Okay, this is a great way to say hello to the fans out there. Voindunky is back, baby.
Absolutely, and just looking at the current teams so far, it's just purely out of all the finest of PMSL Southeast Asia. So that's it. Tony K still on board. The kind of damage this gentleman can do. Alongside Bushwebs, who's looking for a flank. Potato's position is going to be really hard to be spotted by any of these members of Btr Esports. So I think he really have to defend Exter over onto the outskirts because he's being approached by Camel already. That's one Camel I don't want to ride. Fun fact. Then which they're looking for Camel instead. So Exter, you at least have a piece to go in for a trade for Tony K, baby. Potato goes down, but quickly traded back by Exter.
Okay, alright. This is a really interesting exchange coming from Voindunky and Btr Esports. Now we've got Exter right here cooking up a nade himself. He's trying to put down players from Btr Esports. Tony K is still low in HP here. I mean, obviously Voindunky is not letting Btr Esports to do a reset here to recuperate from this situation, and that's exactly what he needs to do to really maintain their lead at the moment. But BTR is not joining into the mix just yet, but it'll be easy for BTR to kind of annihilate not just one team, but both of these teams.
Yeah, they know that they're pretty much all bunched up all together, so BTR, all they really have to do is just swarm right through and absolutely run their competition. Is all down to Schweppes right now on the outskirts. And this Camel definitely looking to be a little bit thirsty, running out. And that is going to be the first contact, moving right in. Just like that, Foxy secures a winner chicken dinner for Bigetron Esports.
Is this their second chicken